welcome to the Desert Rose guidance for this week. And we have an amazing full moon in Aries on the 9th of October. Some will experience on the 10th. And for me, that's a very, very special day because that is the birthday of my daughter. So that is when my daughter has her solar return, and it is the day that I became a mother as well. So last year, the full moon was also on her birthday. Very interesting. So let's talk a little bit about this week. We've got the full moon on the 9th in Aries. And in the Aramaic technology, this is the Nikupta. And this is a very, very important moment because, as we know, the full moon activates our serpent energy, our Kundalini. The full moon also activates the auric field, the electromagnetic field. And the full moon gives us this energy, charges us. We know that the full moon can charge crystals, right? It can charge lunar water when we leave our water outside. The full moon can even charge certain essential oils. So the full moon has a very powerful charge, and it will have that charge on us, especially everything that has to do with the water element within our bodies. And this water element, of course, has to do with our auric field, our emotions, right? Our energy, the energetic womb as well, and the arc line. So all of this gets really, really activated on a full moon. So full moons are really important for doing practice, meditation, having walks, being outside under the moon at night as well will charge us. And of course, taking advantage to take our herbs outside, our crystals, our essential oils, so that they can have this beautiful lunar charge. And saying that, also we know that when there is a full moon, there is a light, right? There's the light of the feminine that is shining on something that is hidden. And this is what Nikupta in Aramaic means. Nikupta means the mystery, the feminine mystery that is hidden, the wisdom that is hidden. So in the Nikupta, not only are we activated with mystery and with wisdom and with intuition and with energy, but we also receive a revelation of something that is hidden. And we know that on a full moon, especially a few days after the disseminating moon, we can start to see what needs to be released or looked at or healed or embraced in our life. So I really love full moons to activate my energy and to activate my water element, and of course the serpent energy. So very good time for chanting, very good time for meditation. And so in the Nikupta, we have the full moon in Aries. And when we have a full moon, remember that there is a uniting of polarities. And I always do, I try to do these full moons, the guidance here with you. The new moon, a bit difficult because the new moon is very important for us in our school. So I gather and we do a powerful Ala Hashala ceremony to learn about the lunar cycle in the Christ lineage and according to biblical astrology and Gnostic astrology. But I do like to be here with you on this YouTube channel to talk about the full moon. Polarity, right? So it is about divine union. The moon, the sun, we've got the solar portal in Libra, and we've got the moon in Aries. We've got Venus and Mars together. And I really, really love this uniting of polar forces. And I'm not here to give you a whole forecast on the astrology of the full moon. I'm here to guide you in something that you can receive with the archetypal frequencies that are being activated, right? This is an experience, this is gnosis. It's not about what I can tell you and all of the information that I can transmit right now. It's about you being able to have something that can guide you into how to explore, experience, navigate, and open up to this full moon. So in biblical astrology and Gnostic astrology, Aries symbolizes the pineal gland, the activation of the pineal gland. And in biblical astrology, Aries is not the first sign of the zodiac, it's Virgo. So it's not so much about the baby being born, the new energy coming, the spark. It is, but different. It is about the determination to channel our energy for the greater good, right? The determination to bring forth something for the greater good. And going back to what Aries symbolizes, the pineal gland, we will be receiving a powerful activation of our pineal gland. And just talking about it, I already feel it opening up right now. And so when we have an Aries full moon, this happens because we're being bathed with this energy. And when we activate the pineal gland, it's a very powerful moment for the purification of our sexual energy so that we can channel ourselves in purity, in grace, and in truth. Aries also symbolizes the Ark of the Covenant, a new covenant. And a covenant is an agreement, a commitment that we make, right? So Yeshua's covenant changed, right? The moment that he died on the cross, the veil of the temple broke. So the new covenant was that there was a direct access for us to Allah, to meet with Allah. We didn't have to go through the temple, the priest. We could access Allah directly through prayer, through meditation, through ecstasy, whatever form comes to your mind and your experience in this moment. So when we receive the light of this full moon in Nikupta, it's very important to open up this pineal gland. It's very important on a full moon anyway to eat very nutritious food and even fast a little bit if you want, just so that we, especially with the Aries, we can receive this activation. And also take a moment on this full moon. Full moons are not for seeding, but they are for reflection. And we can ask ourselves, what are we committing to and why? Right? And then when we look at this full moon with Aries, we cannot look at a full moon without looking at the solar portal and the polarity. So we've got the Aries and the Libra. And the Libra is the we, and the Aries is the I. So take time to reflect on how to balance, right? Bring balance into between the I and the we, the masculine and the feminine, Mars and Venus. And Venus is in Libra, so Venus is very beautiful right now, right? And Mars is in Gemini and wants to communicate powerfully, right? So this is really important. And the unity of these two is about bringing a consecrated communication in our lives, ourselves with our soul, right? A consecrated communication with ourselves to be truthful, to make it sacred, and a consecrated communication with our beloveds, with our partners, but also with everyone, because it is the I and the we. It's not just the masculine and the feminine. So how can we bring in this consecrated communication? And as the moon is conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer, there's something about healing this, right? So for the full moon, our ritual, you can do many different things for your ritual. I love going out in the full moon, dancing, doing meditation, doing ritual. Take time for at least 3 days, because the full moon has the gate, this doorway, this window for 3 days, to be very conscious within our communication and to find the balance between the I and the we, right? Not go towards the I so much and not go towards the other so much, but bring in that beautiful balance of giving and receiving in all relationships and with ourselves as well. Be very mindful with your energy, right? When we're doing a lot in this full moon, stop and then take nourishment and go within, right? And one of the beautiful things about Nikupta is when we understand the archetypal frequencies coming through us, something is revealed. A message is revealed, something beautiful is revealed. And so when we go through this, I just want to see my notes here that have important things that I want to tell you. Yes. Aries on a very mystical level is our desire to receive. Our desire to receive. And so, open up in this full moon and what are you desiring to receive from Allah, from Divine Mother, Father, from Source, from the universe, whatever you call it? What is it that you want to receive? And for that, we need to open up. We need to be opened, right? And so as we go through the week, we're going to go into the moon in Taurus on the 10th, 11th. Then we go into Gemini, more or less on the 12th. And then we go into Cancer on the 15th. And when it goes into Gemini, more or less on the 12th, we have the disseminating moon. And this is when we can start to feel a release of something. And this is called the Rahmudah in Aramaic. And this is the awakening of compassion and the awakening of a higher consciousness. It's almost the activation of the Hathor chakra up here, a higher consciousness of exactly knowing what we are, what energy is being liberated, so we can make space for the new, and we can make space to have compassion for ourselves and compassion for others. So since this Rahmudah is going to be in Gemini, start in Gemini, the disseminating moon, I think we need to be very compassionate and mindful with the communication of other people, or the words that people say, right? Or how we speak to other people. Again, communication, Mars and Gemini. And if somebody expresses certain words that we are not happy with, that we are not content with, that we do not feel comfortable with, have compassion. Understand why they are saying these words, where it is coming from, and also let us be compassionate with the words that we are using. So in the beginning of this video, I started the video with a dance, and that dance for me symbolizes the power of this week. Finding the strength within, with the I am, with the Aries full moon, finding that strength within, and in the Nikupta, finding the mystery of having a relationship, bringing the Libra, right, the polarity of the Aries, having a relationship with the body, with emotions, with feeling, with the self, with the soul, and being able to express this with beauty, with unity, with strength. And that is the fire of Aries. And then the Venus in Libra is moving and expressing, but there is a strength in the expression. And so the guidance I would give for this week is to cultivate clarity and purity, as we will have an activation of our pineal gland, a very powerful moment to see what is truth and what is not truth, and where we are being programmed and where we are being lied to by governments, by societies, by ourselves. Open up the gateway of vision and see truth. Okay, so we need to take time for this. We need to reflect for this. We can't just expect it to happen, right? And also understand what are the commitments, reinforce the commitment we have with ourselves, as the Aries always symbolizes a covenant. And then understand the beauty of the strength of that masculine energy of Aries, and that fire and that pure potential, and also the beauty of the Libra, which is all about wanting to connect and to communicate and to love and to be in relationship. So when we see ourselves going too much into the ego, into only the I and not the I am, remember Aries is the I am, but we usually are in the I with Aries. I is the masculine, the am is the feminine. So it has to be the I am, right? And if we're too much in the I and not in the I am, come back to the Libra, come back to the we, come and look at all of the relationships that are all around us and see how we are fulfilling our energy and our role in delivering ourselves into this relationship, as well as they are to us, because everything comes in twos when it's a relationship, even when we are in a relationship with ourselves. And Aries is ultimately about destiny, channeling that destiny, being the magician, right? Knowing how to use our tools that have been given to us. And so, wow, what beauty to have this activation. And just remember that we have this polarity within us of the masculine and the feminine energies, wanting to create beauty, wanting that beauty to be grounded, and wanting that beauty to transmit something, to express something, and also wanting the fire to come in through the huba in Aramaic, that desire to come in without burning ourselves and without burning others. So we're going to do a little mantra to finish off this guidance. And if you're looking for different body practices that you can do on the full moon, I do recommend a body practice and a meditation. I have included a link under the video so that you can do one of the body practices that I offer. I've included different ones and you can choose, because I do think it is important on a full moon to access the energy that is being given to us, to awaken all of this energy that we are holding. And remember that the water element becomes activated within us, our emotions, just like the tides of the waters, and we are very connected to the waters of Gaia and to the cosmic waters, right? The cosmic waters of the heavens. So we must remember this. So we're going to chant Tubeyhun and Shlomo. Tubeyhun, even though it translates as blessed, it actually is the holy it's the relationship between the I and the we. Okay, that's what it is. To create a relationship between the I and the we, I and the other, right? And also, when I say we, I mean two, okay? And also, Shlomo, we're going to chant Shlomo a little bit, means holy. So, Tubeyhun and Shlomo. We're going to chant Inanna 3 times, which means I am. Have a blessed week. Have a blessed full moon. I'm so happy that we get to navigate this beautiful full moon of divine union. And if you have any questions, comments, reflections, I do love to read you. Have a beautiful week. Ahava.